You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris, brought to you in part by Reaper Arsenal Coffee. Smells like freedom.
Stuff is amazing.
And we said yesterday they were going to be opening this Saturday. Now it's actually next Saturday.
Tentative, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a lot. He's doing a complete build out.
It's cool though, yeah.
And
What
things are out of your control. You rely on other people, and
what they've got so far looks amazing.
it really does.
It's going to be.
So it's going to be fun. So if you were planning on joining us for the grand opening, plan for next Saturday, not this Saturday. So,
Hey, who's having birthdays
for all
today?
the birthday people.
Yeah, Denver Pyle. Always liked Denver Pyle. He was Uncle Jesse Duke in Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, I loved Uncle Jesse.
He had a recurring role on Andy Griffith and everything else. Yeah, he was TV and films for about 427 years.
Wow, long time.
So there you go. Corey Monteith.
Don't know who that is either.
He was Finn Hudson on Glee.
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch that
Yeah,
show.
we didn't really watch it.
Watch Glee? Oh.
No, I watched it once, and I thought it was going to throw up a little bit in my mouth, so I had to turn the channel.
Yeah, they had a definite vibe going. Let's see. And closer to home, you know her, you love her. She's just a wonderful lady. Margene Dedrick. She was married to Captain 11.
Oh, yeah.
Dave Dedrick's wife, Margene, is 92 today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well,
With
happy
Captain 11, whatever. And Dave, I had the pleasure of knowing Dave for quite a few years. And Margene is all that and a side of fries. So happy birthday, Margene.
That is really cool.
Was 1812. We were just kids. The waltz, the dance, the waltz. You're familiar with that?
Yeah.
It's very formal. It's very kind of rigid. It's
Classy.
It is. 1812, the waltz is introduced as the next big dance craze into English ballrooms. Many observers and critics considered the dance disgusting, if not downright immoral.
Really?
If only they were around today.
Yeah.
I'd like to go back in time and launch Cardi B at them. Yeah, we've come a long way.
That is crazy.
1858, happy birthday, Minnesota. Minnesota admitted as the 32nd.
And they have also
state.
come a long way.
They have. Stick the fork in. I can say that because I'm from there. So yeah, Minnesota celebrating 163 years today.
Nice.
1310, 54 members. And this, I get questions on it. It's really kind of interesting. 54 members on this day in 1310 of Knights Templar are burned at the stake in France for being heretics. Or in other words, believing something other than what French government thought at the time.
Wow.
Yikes.
Now, I happen to be a Mason, as you know, and people just assume that's tied to Knights Templar. And people who are not familiar with the organization, Mason, Shrine, whatever, will ask me, say, Knights Templar, they've got all this. And I know things, I do.
Yeah.
But I can't share them
Oh.
unless you are also a member. So,
Well, if I was a member, then I would already know, wouldn't I?
well, just know that in the right circumstances, I am a dangerous individual.
Oh, wow.
I just love keeping that going.
I'm about afraid to find out what those circumstances would be.
So, picking up another lunch tab or two will probably keep you healthier there, Big John, if you know what I'm saying.
I will do that.
All right. Well, I know now. You know, kind of. We all know we can just forge ahead here.
And we'll do that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you this morning by our friends at Reaper Arsenal Coffee. Smells like freedom. Are you ready to travel again?
Join us for the best week of your life.
The Sands is an immersive Gen X era experience for 5 sun-filled and fun-filled days at Dreams and Secrets all-inclusive resorts in Cancun.
Enjoy music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Wang Chung,
Firehouse,
Honeymoon Suite,
CNC Music Factory.
The Jets, and more.
Make plans to join us for the Sands.
October 25th through 30th.
Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Stuff Dan finds interesting.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. And what do you find interesting
Love that
today?
intro.
It'd be a lot more interesting if this story actually popped up on my, my laptop. But I can kind of wing it. Sort of. It's been fascinating, this whole pandemic thing now going into, what is it, the 9th year, the 10th year? I don't know. It seems like forever.
10 days to flatten the curve.
But just differences around the country. For instance, my daughter lives in Florida.
Yeah.
Whole different vibe as far as what the governor did there, as opposed to my son who lives in Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to every time I turn around going, yeah, the mayor, Ted Wheeler, he's quarantining everybody again. It's like, and it's just
Mayor
so funny
of
to
Portland?
me. Yeah, Ted Wheeler, who as a mayor would make a great greeter at Walmart. Wow. As far as I can tell. Anyway, these stories came by me in the last couple of days here. For instance, did you know the mayor of Washington, D.C. has banned dancing at events?
Really?
Including weddings.
Oh.
And people are kind of up in arms about the whole thing. You can't blame them. The same thing's going on in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
It's like a little footloose action.
So the way it stands now, say if you're getting married this summer in Washington, D.C., depending on the event area you're using, you can have 25% capacity of what you normally would have.
Wow.
There will be no first dance. There will be no father-daughter dance. And I was watching an upcoming bride be interviewed, and she's going, everybody in our party has been vaccinated. We intended to wear masks. And
so she can kiss her groom, but she cannot dance with him.
That's ridiculous. They're going to be dancing in the sheets after the reception. There's no reason that they can't dance on the dance floor.
Yeah,
it's
from
so
what I understand,
ridiculous.
some of these couples that are planning summer weddings in those areas of the country have, in fact, gotten a hold of a Ren McCormick, who's going to be representing them.
I don't know who that is.
Footloose.
Oh, Ren.
Because if you recall, Ren got so mad about that, he drank half a beer, smoked a cigarette, and danced
in a warehouse.
Danced through a warehouse.
I remember.
Yeah.
It was
You
pretty.
don't mess with Ren.
Right.
Like a half shirt on, wasn't it?
It was pretty
It was right
intense.
then. That was the first time I found a cinematic hero.
That is the way I'm going to handle everything from now on. And that's how Dan does handle things around here.
But here's the thing. It's like I told my son. I said, okay, maybe this eludes a lot
Yeah.
You literally don't have to do anything some politician
That is
tells you to do.
absolutely true.
You don't. You just don't.
That's true.
Based on what authority? They
Yep.
have. Yeah, I just don't get that.
Exactly. Yeah, it was several months ago. I was talking to Luke, and he's in Portland, Oregon, and I said,
Yeah.
what's going on? Well, me and Melissa, we're kind of stuck inside. But I said, what do you mean stuck inside? He said, well, we're not allowed to. I said, by who? Oh. Well, I guess the mayor? And I just busted out laughing. I said, dude, grab your keys.
Yeah.
Go
For a ride.
What is going on here? So, yeah, it's different all over the country. So I just, I found that interesting.
No, I am very appreciative that we live in the state we live in,
for
and
sure.
things have been handled the way they have. And I think, all in all, that's been a very positive thing.
Yeah, and then you go down to Florida, for instance, my daughter and my grandson, who is 5, he started school this past year.
Yeah.
And he's been in school every day, Monday through Friday. And I think his class started out, and I was talking to him. I'm going, so, Henry, how many kids in your class? 7.
What?
What? 7. Well, those are the 7 whose parents decided, because school was open.
Yeah.
Yep.
But about three quarters of the kids were held at home.
Wow.
Which means my grandson's going to be smarter than yours.
Wow.
So yeah, it's just been really interesting. What's going on? Super
That's cool.
interesting. So
Well, Dan, thank you for that.
yeah, like I say, just stuff I thought was interesting.
And I also think it's interesting. This is Stuff Dan Finds Interesting on the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Addiction. It's a problem for many, and addiction can drive away those who love you the most. Addiction can also lead to the loss of jobs, broken relationships, and, if you're not careful, addiction can even cost you your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Mr. Dan Farris still hanging with us here for your final break, and then we have the Ranger Dan fella coming in a little bit later. But what do you got for us
I just
today?
want to talk about people with money.
Ooh, okay.
And I mean, I popped across a story who is the richest person in every state in the United States of America. And
Is my name on that
I
list?
boiled it down.
No.
No.
It may be, under an assumed name.
Oh, that could be.
Because I see how you operate, and you obviously have got hard stacks of cash.
I do got to say this. I found out I have 2 PayPal accounts. So I had $500 in a PayPal account that I didn't even know I had.
See, you stumble
exciting.
over stuff because you have no idea what you've done in the last
doesn't.
20
He has
years of your life.
no idea.
It cracks me up. You'll be on the computer, and all of a sudden you go, Where did this come from?
I logged in using a different email address, and I went into a whole different account. I'm like, what is
whole
this?
new world.
What's going on over
Whole new
here?
world. I don't think down in Iowa, Harry Stein has that problem.
Harry Stein?
Stein Seeds made his fortune in agriculture.
I
Okay.
thought he was in a boy band.
Harry Stein? No.
That's Harry Styles.
He's got a net worth of $5.5 billion.
Holy
Whoa!
seed money is some good money.
Yeah, started out as a farmer on the family farm and found a way to bring some stuff to market.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Where does my uncle live? Uncle Stein?
Minnesota, it's Glenn Taylor, worth $2.8 billion.
Taylor Golf Clubs and stuff?
Nope. Started out printing business.
Okay.
Kind of brought it nationwide. He also happens to own the Timberwolves, which is unfortunate, and the Star Tribune, which is also fortunate.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Glenn's got two big money pits going there. Nebraska, Warren Buffett, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Berkshire Hathaway. Warren is kind of shoulders ahead. In fact, he is one of the wealthiest people on the entire planet with a net worth of $87.5 billion.
So he's not hurting.
He's not. North Dakota, Gary Tharaldson. Went into hotels and motels, that kind of thing, worth $1 billion. Just
Nice.
one.
That's
just
cool, though.
Just one.
That doesn't go as far as it used to.
Yeah, he's doing all right, though.
Well, he probably has to caddy for Warren Buffett. And in South Dakota, no surprise there. It is John and Heidi Small.
That would be a huge surprise.
Actually, it is T. Denny. An interesting story, of course, First Premier Bank, and did a whole lot of it with issuing credit cards to high-risk borrowers, actually.
People like John and Heidi Small.
We were in the list one way or another.
Denny right now, and it does fluctuate, has a net worth of about $2.4 billion. Keep in mind, he has vowed to leave this planet broke. And he's doing a pretty good job.
That too.
He has already donated to various causes over time, and certainly the medical field and whatnot.
Yeah.
T. Denny has donated over $1 billion so far, and he's
Nice.
not done
That's
yet.
amazing.
So that's pretty incredible.
That is
So he made a vow to
fantastic. Love
die
it.
broke. I made the same vow. I am way ahead of him on that.
Yeah, you're just working ahead.
Yeah, I'm so far ahead.
Yeah,
So far ahead.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, Dan. Thank you for the list. Thank you for the update. That's neat.
Absolutely.
We will talk to you again tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
If you're looking for special prices on some pretty amazing products, check out the website radiosavings.com. We're adding new items all the time, so you might find something cool. And you can save money when you buy stuff at radiosavings.com. One other thing many people like, many of the products you'll find at radiosavings.com are made in the USA. Good quality items at great prices. Radiosavings.com.
We can save you more.
Radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. We are going to brighten your day right now with some positive news. I've got a really cool thing we're going to talk about. Improvinopolis. I've got Bill joining me from Improvinopolis. How you doing, sir?
Hey, good. How are you doing today?
I am fantastic. So tell me a little bit about Improvinopolis. This is really kind of cool.
Improvinopolis, yeah. So we're an improv group that's based, right now it's based in Singapore, and I have teams popping up in Melbourne, and I am trying to start it up here in Sioux Falls as well.
And that's really cool because, again, this is something that has been all over the world, but you live in this area, and you're trying to kind of get it rolling here now as well.
Yeah, I mean, we can look at the silver lining of COVID in different ways. It's been a tough time, but because of the pandemic, I'm back here, and I am trying to get this started. It's something I've wanted to do for years, to come back, bring some of the things. I left South Dakota about 24 years ago, traveled around the world, did shows in Dubai, Australia, New Zealand, toured the U.S. with different shows, and it's something I've always wanted to come back to, and it's given me the time right now to do it.
There's somebody listening that's thinking, boy, I would really like to be a part of this. How do they get involved in Improvinopolis?
You could email me at info@improvinopolis.com. You could email me, say, just post audition and send in your resume. So what we're looking for is actors, people who have acting experience or improv experience. Mainly, I'm going to be teaching you how Improvinopolis, how we do our shows. So I'm looking for people who are willing to learn, who are game and are interested. So those are the two big things. And if you have no improv experience, I love working with people who say, "Oh, I'm too afraid to do improv." To me, that's the best person to work with, because you show them, hey, it's not that scary. You learn these techniques, and then also it's not necessarily about you. It's about the story, and it's about your partner who you're working with. So if you focus on them and the story, it makes it a lot easier because you're not worried about how you're doing.
I've actually talked to people who are involved in improv, and then like in the real world, they're kind of quiet and shy, and you would never guess that when they get on stage, they become a whole different person. So this can really be just about anybody, can it?
Yeah, it could be anybody. I mean, I started out, when I started doing improv back 18 years ago, I was a full-time engineer. So I was a full-time, I had a master's degree in plastics engineering, and I took a night class and loved it. And then you couldn't stop me from doing it. I was organizing improv jams in living rooms, and then I organized my first team in 2006, and then it just moved from there. And then I moved across the world to Singapore. I started a new team there. We did shows from 2000. Well, we trained together from 2009 till 2011, and then I was off again to another place. I was in Australia, and it was something I always took with me. It was something that you don't need costumes, you don't need scripts. All you need is a bunch of people who want to jump together and create stories. And to me, that's what's exciting about improv. It's about your imagination.
Do you have any events scheduled right now in the Sioux Falls area where people could say, hey, I want to go and be a part of this? Or right now, are you just recruiting currently?
Currently recruiting, because what it takes is we're talking with DJ Jer in town as being someone that we're going to partner with. He's got a lot of experience in town with corporate events and doing entertainment. So we're looking at doing stuff together. There's nothing concrete at the moment that I can say, hey, let's come and watch this, because I'm here alone. My team is actually still doing stuff online. Actually, we're doing online stuff in Singapore. We did 5 shows in April. So there's stuff you could see on, YouTube, our YouTube channel, which is Eclectic Bison Productions. You can see some of our old shows, clips of our old shows. But my hope is to get a team of people together and start playing for audiences.
I'm going to throw a link to this to make it easy to find. Improvanopolis is what it's called. William, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it a bunch.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you so much.
And again, improvanopolis.com. I've got a link to it on our Facebook page. I posted that yesterday, and you can see that. I'll post it again today. Again, all of the information on their website, improvanopolis.com. Again, links on our Facebook. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
I kind of feel like I've been talking about bettercreditcards.com forever now, but we want to mention that bettercreditcards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. Why should that matter to you? Because this can save you money every single month. There's no fee to check it out, so when you get a minute, click on the website bettercreditcards.com and see if we can help you find a better credit card. Do it today. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm ruggedly handsome. I'm a heck of a man. I mess around with nature whenever I can.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I love the little critters and the big critters, too. Like to cook them up in a tasty stew.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan. Well, it's time for Critter Corner right here on Sunny. If you like the show, then send me some money.
He's Ranger Dan.
Cash and credit card only. Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
I felt snappy suit off the well. Sturge from the Ranger Dan cap to you, too. What's happening over there, Findlay? Hello, Heidi.
Ranger Dan.
Oh, goodness gracious. You smell good for a girl. Oh, let me do a little more intake there. Oh, my, yes. You know, little Radio Rangers, this is kind of bittersweet. We've been working our way through the alphabet for the past month or so, and lo and behold, all good things must come to pass. We are up to the letter Z.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're at the
To
end.
the letter Z. I hope you all learned something as we worked our way through it. I know I have. You know, Z, the letter Z, that's a tough one. You basically got a zebra.
Yeah.
But then you got maybe a handful of other critters that start with Z too, but they're all kind of zebra connected.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you know this? Let's talk about the zebra first, then we'll work our way kind of through this little marginal list here because things get a little bit weird. You know, zebra's kind of like a horse, sort of, a little bit smaller, maybe, but you got the black and white stripes, which makes it stand out. Or is it white and black stripes? Heck, we don't know, depending on which part you're looking at. But actually, zebras, and this is science, little radio rangers, so write it down. Zebras, as little babies, as embryos, are indeed black, 100%. Then over time develop white stripes.
So then they are black
yes.
with white stripes.
Zebra scientists refer to this evolutionary miracle or process as Michael Jacksoning. Now, there are other critters that start with the letter Z, but they're pretty much, like I mentioned, have a connection to zebras, like you have a zorse, Z-O-R-S-E. Yep, it's just what you might think. You get a zorse by putting together a zebra and a horse.
Oh, wow.
There's also the zebra finch. That's a finch. That's a little tiny bird.
And how do you get those?
Well, we have to assume that it's just kind of a fact of nature that they have little stripe and feathers. I really can't wrap my head around what the other alternative might be.
It'd be really tough.
But this goes right back to the breeding thing. Zebras and donkeys do get together, and they make I love these names. They are referred to as either a zonkey, a zadonk, a zabronky, or a zebadonk. But this is my favorite. There's actually a critter called, are you ready?
Oh, you're killing me here.
A zarilla. I know.
My goodness.
Sounds pretty far-fetched, and really you don't see too many. The best way to tell, seriously, and it's kind of a mystery, but the best way to tell if maybe there's a zarilla nearby is if you see a really surprised female zebra. And that's science. Well, that's all the time we have. I hope you enjoyed it. Work through critter alphabet there on Critter Corner. Next Critter Corner is Ranger Dan out. Say it with me. Yes, sir.
Addiction. It's a problem for many, and addiction can drive away those who love you the most. Addiction can also lead to the loss of jobs, broken relationships, and, if you're not careful, addiction can even cost you your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, May 11th, 2021. Markets were mixed Monday as investors continued to dump growth stocks in favor of value, consumer staples, and dividends. The S&P 500 pulled back slightly in Monday action, while the tech-heavy NASDAQ Composite shed more than 2%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average led the action with a small gain intraday, but eventually succumbed to the negative vibe by the end of the day. The VIX, the market's fear gauge, jumped more than 10% for the day, and may be on the verge of a major reversal. A reversal in the VIX would be bad for the broad market and could lead to a 20% correction or more. Investors will be eyeing the data this week for any signs it can give. Important data points due for release include CPI and PPI inflation indexes on Wednesday and Thursday, as well as the April reads on retail sales. Weak retail sales or strong inflation are both on the table and could send the market heading lower. You can get the inside track in your inbox at marketbeatminute.com.